What's good, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. It's a little awkward. I'm here on a Wednesday. Don't normally do the Wednesday thing, but I'm here. We had a little bit of a snowstorm on this past Saturday, so I couldn't make it in.
What's good, Project? She didn't want to come in, yo.
I couldn't make it in. My mommy mobile.
She didn't want to make it. I say, yo, listen, I got you. Got this big ass truck. We gonna come get you. She's like, fuck that. Nah, just play.
My mommy mobile wouldn't have made it. I almost slid and died on my way home from work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, hey, first of all, hey guys, I do want to make an announcement. I apologize. We have a brand new website that went live this morning.
Yay.
So there are two ways for you to view all the shows, and there's a lot of them. If you are from your desktop or a laptop, you would want to log on to the website, which is www.truevibetv.com, and you'll see all the new shows, all the new flyers, all the new website is fire. On the right hand side, you'll see a little box, which you will be able to chat with us, just like you do from YouTube. Now, if you are on your cell phone, we want you to still go in through YouTube and watch us from there. If you're watching live, and interact with us, and I have access to both chats. So don't worry. No matter where you chat with us at, from whichever direction or situation, you will be able to get us and communicate with your your host. So thank you for bearing with us. And you'll start to see it in upcoming days, because even God's Fly is fire. Her new shit is fire. Rich people shit. I'm surprised she didn't release it to y'all yet.
Nah, not yet. Not yet. All
right.
I'm waiting.
You waiting?
I'm waiting to promote it for Saturday's show.
Okay, no problem.
And I'm trying to come up with something real big for Saturday.
You always come up with great shows. So again, if you're watching from a laptop, desktop, log on to the website. There's a message box right there. You'll still be able to communicate with us. If you're on your cell phone, go on to youtube.com/TrueVibeTV, and you can interact with us that way. And I have both chats back here with me.
That's so dope. See, 2020 doing different things, man.
We will be Skyping. So, Tone,
Ooh.
people won't just be able to see you, they'll be able to hear you. There's a lot of things, y'all. A lot of things.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to get back into my little shape and figure and shit, so I can come in here and be looking dope and hot for y'all.
And happy belated. Well, hold on. Prodigy just celebrated her birthday, didn't she? Or was it a while back? Somebody just said.
No, it was the 18th.
All right. Happy born day, young lady. Happy
Yes.
born day. I wanted to make sure I shout her out while we were live.
Oh. Yeah, she turned 39.
39.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
gosh.
killed myself, man.
Oh my gosh.
I ain't even
So
thinking about
young. So young.
it. So young.
So I'm 45, man.
I keep forgetting because you look like.
Yeah, I look still like I'm in my 30s.
Yes, he does. It really does. And for you guys that have spoken to me, that have told me on the download that he reminds you a little bit of Charlie from Charlie's Angels, because you only
Because Jody's.
you only hear his voice, you don't ever see him. He is a really young looking guy. Believe me when I tell you.
Well, you know what? Maybe one day Goddess will actually have me as an actual guest, and I'll pop my video photo in there.
Yeah, he's a guest not even a guest.
No, I'm here with you. Like I'm not a guest though. You know what I mean? I'm here with you, sharing in your festives.
Yeah.
But if you actually want to have me as a guest one day, as far as a topic,
Okay.
I'll put my photo up. I'll be up there live with Goddess.
Tony is texting me right now. I'm like, are you watching my show?
He probably forgot. Well, here's the thing. What I noticed about people and notifications. There's similar, and then there's all. So if you hit all, whenever we go live, you'll get the alert. If not, it's looking for specific days and stuff like that. So just make sure you put all, and whenever you get a charm, as she stuffs her face, it didn't offer shit to me. But you be able to get in contact with us. So how was this? How did you deal with the snowstorm?
I didn't. I just slept.
No, I'm saying like it wasn't no issues. Your heat, light, nothing that got cut off, or because for a little second it got kind of bad there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was supposed. It started off okay. It was gonna be 4 or 5 hours. Next thing it's
Yeah.
going to early fucking morning.
Yeah. You know what? I was at work when it started. I got off at 1 o'clock that day in the afternoon, which is good. Getting home was hard. The roads were rough because it had.
That was an understatement, young lady.
Yeah, the roads were bad. It had just started snowing when I got off at 1. So,
Right.
you know, but I went home and said, you know what? I almost died on the way home.
How the fuck that happened?
My minivan is only front wheel drive.
Okay, nobody tell you. Like, here's the thing, people. When it's raining and it's snowing, the last thing you want to do is go a certain amount of speed. You want to go straight,
I'm joking.
straight.
I was not
25 miles per hour.
25. I needed gas.
It's called you don't want to die.
I needed gas in my car, so I was trying to get to a gas station before the shit cut off, and everybody had seen me pushing my shit down Route 20.
Oh shit! You should have recorded, nigga. If you recorded that shit, there, boy. Oh my
Yo, you're a mess.
gosh. No, could you imagine a 12-month-old woman pregnant pushing a vehicle in the snow? You know that's going viral.
Yo, listen, when I was
You'll be
pregnant,
on Steve Harvey. We got a brand new car for you, Ellen. Ellen love giving shit away too.
I know. You know what? That's what I'm gonna aim for next time. But I did have to change a tire when I was pregnant with Cairo, and I was like 9 months pregnant.
Oh really?
I did. I busted out. There was a couple of guys that walked past me. They was like, "Yo, ma, you almost done. I see. Yo, you did your thing." I'm like, "Yo, you was watching me, and
Pretty
you didn't
much.
come help me, motherfucker."
Pretty much.
They was watching me. The other day, I was putting air in my tire, and this guy came over and was like, "Do you need help?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm just gonna, put air in the tire. That's it."
Right.
But there's some that'll watch, and there's some that'll actually help. You seem like the type that'll just drive right past.
Nah, it depends.
You know what? I can't.
No, real talk, because I remember, like, back when I had my multiple car days, I had the first Escalade in the Tri-State area, period. My uncle was, like, Dick Gregory's, like, greatest customer. The very first Escalade that came at Dick Gregory's showcase dealership went to us. And I remember driving by, and there was a lady trying to walk, and I guess she thought I was trying to holler at her. I'm not trying to holler at you. She's walking with, like, 3 kids in a stroller, kind of like on a highway-ish type. So I'm like, yo, can I bring you somewhere? She's like, I'm like, bitch, please.
Did you have your dreadlocks at the time?
Nah, I had braids, though.
But you had your braids at the time?
Yes.
I wouldn't have gotten in your car either.
Hey, you walking with, I got this big-ass truck. You know what I mean? Get your asses in here.
It's always something about a dude with braids that just scares me.
I feel you.
Not too long ago, when I was taking the lifts and the Ubers someplace. It's 4:30 in the morning.
What happened?
When I was taking the lifts and the Ubers everywhere,
Right.
just recently,
Uh-huh.
4:30 in the morning, I'm doing a ride share, and I hate that I'm like this. I really shouldn't be like this, but on my way to work, they stopped in Patterson and they picked up 2 guys.
Oh, really? That was
And-
nice.
It was 4:30 in the morning, and both of them came out to the car, and they had like these long ass dreadlocks, and I was terrified for my life.
I feel you.
And I'm thinking if they had regular haircuts, would I have been scared? Was it?
Yeah. Racist ass.
I'm not racist. I'm not a racist. Even though I want a Tom, I'm not a racist.
Racist ass.
I am not a racist. But other than that, I've been dealing with a sick baby all week. He's got bronchitis. He's on antibiotics, and now I feel like I'm about to die from something.
I apologize real quick. I apologize,
Go
guys.
ahead, honey.
Again, everything right now is through the website. Whether I made a mistake earlier, so whether you're watching from a laptop, there'll be a laptop, desktop, your chat will be on the right-hand side, or you can still do YouTube from there. Or if you're from a cell phone, you still go to the website and scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see a YouTube play button. You press that, it'll bring you straight to the show.
Now I posted the link on Facebook a little while ago that I was going live and I did the regular Truth Vibes.
Yeah. Go straight.
They can still click that link and go right
Yeah,
to the.
straight to the website now. No
Okay.
more YouTube. You can get everything through the website now.
Okay. Tony just texted me, asked me what I'm eating. I stopped.
She ain't share. Who gives a fuck, Tom?
I stopped at Quick Check and got a coffee, and I'm eating crackers with pepperoni and cheese. Snacks. I'm snacking.
Which you didn't ask to share.
I have 2 New York strips at home marinating, and some shrimp that I'm gonna throw on my George Foreman grill as soon as I get home.
2 what?
2 New York strips.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm in
Who
the
cooking
mood.
it?
Me.
Why ain't let Crip cook? She need to learn.
Man,
Shit, she have Latin. She better learn how to fucking cook.
let me tell you something. That child burnt up some hamburger helper the other day. Okay.
Never mind, boo boo. Never mind. Kitchen ain't for you. Stick to modeling.
Burnt it up.
You try getting her modeling or something?
You know what?
She's exotic.
When I wanted to do it, that was when she was with her I want to cover myself up phase. Now she's like, bang, bang, bang. Everything is out. And she's got pimples on her forehead that never seem to go away. And that has made her so insecure about herself. And I told her they make makeup for that. Like, if you guys were to see me without the makeup on, you'd be like, God damn.
That or a headband. Fuck it.
I have eczema.
She can bring the headbands back.
You know, goddamn mess. And just real quick, I wanted to thank my Facebook friends. I had a bunch of questions to throw up on today's show, and the one
Let's get those out. Oh, you just picked one for today.
I only picked one because I got a lot of feedback. Well, a couple of comments.
There's so much, yo. You gotta go on the website, yo, because now everyone can go to the website, pick your show, and type in what topics they want. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
When the fuck do you have time to do this?
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Beats, man. she hooked. When you get home, go on there, yo. Whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely check it
Whoa,
out.
because they can do everything through the net. They can pick your show, because it can go down. All right, I got a show topic or question. For what show? Pop, send the email.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes, it is.
Is it the Grown Talk with Goddess at Yahoo or just a regular?
Oh, it'll go. Got you.
That's so dope.
I get it. I'll forward it to you.
I love finding out new things.
When you get home, just play. Like, I still haven't had a chance to play with it like I really want to, because like house is crazy right now. I make sure everybody eat whatever. But let's go with the question. I'm ready.
All right. So
it feels like a Saturday, man.
I know. I'm like dragging along here.
I gotta calm myself down from drinking. I'm like, oh, damn, you gotta go to work tomorrow.
So let's throw up the question about the sex, about the boyfriend being random.
Oh, you want to do the topic first?
Yeah,
then
let's
question?
do the topic. Yeah.
Okay.
Only because I feel like I got a lot of feedback on the topic, and it was. I got a lot of stuff to say. I kept to myself.
All right. So you ready?
On this? Yep. All right. So I threw this up on my Facebook page, and I wanted to see how everybody felt about it. It says, "My boyfriend is far too randy for me. He wants lots of hot sex every night, and he goes at it fast and furious. Sometimes we go on for hours, and I end up sore and exhausted. It may sound like I'm the luckiest woman on earth, but too much of everything is bad, and I'm getting bored and upset by it all, to the point where I don't look forward to sex with him. Can too much sex ruin a relationship?" I love this. I absolutely love this, especially... I'm not in a relationship right now, but I felt this because there are instances where I've been with somebody and I've just felt like either we're not having enough sex or it's just too much. It's never in the middle. And I will say, you guys know I number my baby daddies, so that way it's easier for everybody to remember. There's 1, 2, and 3. Baby daddy number 2 and baby daddy number 3 have the same first name. So, I never call them by their actual names. You got Henry and you got Delaney. I was with Henry for 10 years. We have 4 kids together. Henry used to love sex all the time. He can have it 3 or 4 times a day. And I was down with it. We used to do it. It was never an issue. But my thing is, with him, he never took the time to like really get me all moist and turned on and horny. It was more or less okay, like just bend over, you feel the ass cheeks go up real hard, and then he puts himself in there. So it turned into one of those things where I was just like, you know what? I'm not being fucked right. I'm not happy. And after years and years and 4 kids of it being this way, you know, it made me go venture out and cheat. Then I ended up with baby daddy number 3, who gives you no sex at all. He gives you 4 minutes of pumping and kids, and that's it. So it's like the grass was not greener on the other side. I probably should have taken the nonstop sex from Henry all the time, but he's a nympho, and for me, I can be like that real sexually intimate person, but it has to be brought out of me. And I understood what the question, what she meant by she felt sore and exhausted. On another occasion, there was this guy that I used to mess with, and I've never seen or been with. I've only been with him just one time, and I never saw him after that again. He used to try to get with me afterwards, and I was just like, hell no. This guy, during our one instance that we had together, we had to have had sex like 20 times, like within an hour. And I've never, ever, ever, ever seen anybody hump so fast, come, lay down for 2 minutes, and then be able to get it right back up again. And I'm like, yo, this is not it. It's not it. And at the same retrospect, he was affectionate as fast as he was humping. He was definitely trying to keep the whole sex up, and he was definitely trying to make it romantic. But like, I've never been fucked like that before in my life. It was like, and I was, what the fuck is this? And he was able to. I've not ever been with anybody that can come like 10, 12 times back to back to back to back, and have a loaded gun again like 10 minutes later. You know, never called him again after that. He was asking me like, "Yo, what happened? You dissed me. Why we don't hang out no more?" I don't want to get jack fucked. What the hell was that? Like he was definitely the. So I want to read a couple of the comments because, I had a few on this one. Shout out to Tony. I know he's watching. He was the first one. He said, first of all, from what planet does this extraterrestrial hail from? Secondly, what woman do any of us know that's complaining about too much sex? I didn't say anything to Tony. He only just got a blue thumbs up. Yo, too much sex is whack, and it gets boring. Yo, it gets boring, man. If anything, the motherfucking nymphomaniacs wanted 24/8/366 to their pussy look like discount roast beef. To answer this question, however, it depends on who you're dealing with. It may be okay. Hold on. Tony and his long paragraphs. For some and not for others. A high sex drive couple won't have this problem. But a man or a woman who doesn't need sex every day may present a problem for their nympho partner. That's your fault for not getting all the necessary information. In the beginning, unless you're truth, and you walk up to somebody and you're just asking them spontaneous questions that fall out of the sky during a first date, you're not really gonna know. Like when I met my baby daddy number 2, I had no idea he was a nympho. No idea. No idea he was a sex addict. And I actually took my time with him. Like we were together for a while before we had Paris. And, still even after we had our daughter, it didn't even dawn on me at that point then that he was a nympho. I used to catch him watching porno. And I used to think that that was normal. I didn't think it was normal for him to be watching porno right after we had sex. But he, at that point, knew, like, okay, I've been with this girl now 3 years. She's not the type that after getting fucked for an hour that's going to want to do it again right afterwards. That's not me. I'm good. I'm going to bed. He was one that could just do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. And that shit after a while does get like a little like come on. Uh, Tony said, what's wrong with asking? That's imperative information. Shut up, Tony. You meet a girl, take her out on a date on the first night and ask her, excuse me, are you a nympho, by the way? If that's important to you, and see how far that goes.
Well, why not?
Yo,
What's wrong? See, people ask for stuff, and then when they actually get it, it's a fucking problem. Like you're legitimately getting what you asked for, and that is some good bomb ass sex, and you're getting it. Or you want something specific, but you don't think the first couple of days or the first couple of weeks is the time for someone to express themselves. And then when you finally do it, motherfucker, I ain't into that shit. Ill. You wasted weeks.
Wasted?
Yes, wasted. Here's the thing. If you deal with someone who doesn't like something that you do or something that you want to do, you have to do, you wasted your time.
Anything that you can learn from is never a waste of time. Don't listen to truth.
You learned from. You should have opened your fucking mouth, and you wouldn't have wasted 3 to 4 fucking weeks on someone who's not into what you are into or doesn't want to do what you want them to do.
You and Tony went back and forth a little bit on this post.
I had to. Usually I don't comment on this one. I had to. And me and the other young lady, I forgot her name, Iris or something like that. Yeah. We had a nice conversation.
Yo, you're a mess. Truth went on to say, Tony, this is a woman who wants to be made love to. Doesn't sound like she's complaining about the sex itself, just the way it's being done. I actually.
Yeah, come on, give it to me.
Yo, it makes me like. I actually agreed with him on this, and it didn't sound like that was a situation. Some of us do want to be made love to. If you guys have watched my show, you've heard me say many times, I've never had that passionate lovemaking, and I'm telling you the truth. And I just gave you guys another example of what I've been living with for all this time. But
I say this. As much as I would want to say no, it's not. Sex is the most important thing in a relationship.
No, it's not.
And this is the reason why I say this. You have people that haven't eaten 12 days, but they still fucking. That lets you know the importance of physical contact or physical pleasure. Because listen, if I ain't eating 12 days, bitch, fuck your pussy and nipples, nigga. Make a nigga a sandwich. No, you see niggas with 4,000 kids and they got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it the fuck out of. So, sex is important. It's very important.
I mean,
like if you having great physical contact with your partner, y'all may be going through shit, but that person's gonna be there. I don't care how much money you got. If you not satisfying your partner physically, them motherfuckers gonna fuck somebody else. Now, as far as finances, they gonna struggle with you. They ain't gonna go out there and do no crazy shit. They'll struggle with you. But if you ain't piping that shit right, oh no, them niggas cheating on you, nigga. It's a wrap.
My baby father got cheated on, and it wasn't because he wasn't piping it right. It
was. Because you just sat here and admitted it.
After
a while, just like me and Iris was talking about, she started to look her, because you could tell it happened to her too. She started to feel like she was a piece of meat, and it wasn't because it was her. It was like she was the body there. No, he's fucking you because he wants to fuck you. He loves fucking you. He loves what you have.
Listen, I get it 100%, but why the hell you got to do it 20 times in a day?
Okay, you can need to count. Listen, I don't mind doing it 20, but just like I arouse you, you have to arouse me. This is where the communication comes from.
Okay, but then you do realize when you have people that are nymphos, they're always aroused.
Right, which means you need to put the time and work in.
I'm not doing that. I hope I never meet another one. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
You say that till you don't get none.
It's a lot of work, man. It's too much work.
I'm like, this nigga won't touch me. See what I'm saying? Can't satisfy a woman.
Listen, yes, you can. You just have to show more. Listen, you know what? You say sex is more important in a relationship. I believe intimacy is more important than sex in a relationship. Women do not want to start to feel like they're just a fucking piece of pussy a man is sticking his dick in.
All right, I can sit here and arouse the shit out of you and walk out the door. You're going to be mad as hell. No, this nigga ain't taking me to that limit and ain't finish me off. So, yeah, sex is more important than everything.
Nah, intimacy and communication is. Tony just texted me. He said, Kara, this isn't the 70s and 80s no more. Sex isn't personal no more. It's wide open all over the place. Think about it. Think about all the open relationships, marriages, polygamous relationships, etc. I get it. But at the end of the day, between all of that fucking pounding out and turning pussy into roast beef, you got to take your time every once in a while and make a woman feel like, like she's appreciated for the gift that she's giving you. Don't you, like, what do you be? How many? Listen, my baby's father used to be mad at me because he wanted sex 3 times a week. Yo, I'm good with it once every 2 weeks. If it's done right that one time every 2 weeks, I don't need it every day. He needed it every day. Some type of something. After our third kid, I'm like, yo, ain't you tired? And then here comes the fourth one, like, what are you doing? Time to relax, man. Time to relax. Shout out to Jennifer Marie. She said it can ruin things if you're doing it with the wrong person. And that was my case, I guess. If we're making love 10 times a day, fine. If you just bend over and let me fucking pound you for a couple of seconds, after a while, it does start to get like, eh. Shout out to Ramsey Thompson. He said it can. Iris Francis.
Yeah.
She said, I have to agree. For me, made me feel like if that's all I was, became turn off more than anything. And I understand that. It does for some of us.
You overthink shit. This is the biggest
Here you
problem
go with this overthinking
with men
shit.
and women. It is. If I'm hungry, I eat, right? I cook, I call, I deliver, I go delivery, I go get myself. Now, if you go to the same restaurant on a regular basis, because, you have some people that creatures of habits.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like me, because, like, I'm a black Jew, I can only eat at certain restaurants.
Are you really?
Huh? That's how I eat. So it's just more like, yeah. Tell people all the time, it's funny as hell. I was raised Baptist, but I eat like I'm a Jew. I'm Jewish.
What the hell does that, wait, hold on. Cut. What does that mean?
That means I only eat kosher food. So no essence of pork.
Rich people shit.
But it's just like they know what I want. I don't have to go there every single day. This is the greatest food in the fucking world. I don't have to do that every time. Me going there, spending my money, lets that restaurants know I appreciate them. So from a woman's standpoint, if I continuously touch you on a regular basis, I'm not out in the street, I'm not out and about, I'm touching you, I'm fucking you on a regular basis, and there's a fucking problem with that. So if I fucked you once a month, but I ain't come home at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, why you don't just fuck me? Can't win.
Because you're out at 4 o'clock in the morning don't have to mean that you're out fucking somebody else.
Yeah, all right. One woman gonna let her man come in there and I think he ain't fucking somebody else.
I mean, you gotta build the trust, but
yeah. All right. But like I understand what she was saying, but like I said, it's just you start to think about it over and over again. You overthink it. He's touching you because he's attracted to you. He's turned on by you.
Or he's touching you because you're the most convenient thing that's around right now.
There's no such thing as convenience anymore.
Oh, my God.
There is. Here's what I tell people all the time. If you think you're the only one attracted to the person you with, you're the dumbest person in the face of this world.
If you have living pussy, why are you going to go someplace else and get it?
Because the living pussy ain't acting right.
Oh, my God. But it's convenient if it's
There's
in-house.
no such thing as convenience. That shit went out the window years ago. Convenience? No, I want good pussy. I don't give a fuck about convenient pussy.
But I mean, okay, if it's good and it's convenient,
she ain't complaining then because I want box on a regular.
She's not complaining, but she also shouldn't feel special because you want to bang on it every 5 minutes.
Why shouldn't
it's
she?
here, so why wouldn't you?
Okay, why would she feel like she's a piece of meat if I'm showing her? I shouldn't have to tell you. It's like I had that conversation with Michelle. It's not my job to make you feel pretty. If you don't feel pretty, it's nothing I could do to make you feel pretty. If you don't understand why I'm with you, then I can't help you with that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here for your self-esteem. It's called your self-esteem for a reason.
Self-esteem? Yeah.
So you have to love you. Don't worry about me loving you. Love yourself, and you be amazed. Oh, the greatness you like. It radiates off of you.
Yeah.
Your head is walking high and all this other stuff. It's confidence.
I agree with that. AKA goddess. I'm getting it back. I'm getting it back. It's like a little pumpkin today. Shut up. Shout out to Truth. He commented again. He said, women overthink the hell out of everything in the world. He's there with you because he cares for you. He's having sex with you because he wants to have sex with you. Women want to be reminded of the dumbest things 24 hours a day. And men aren't built like that.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
I know some bitch niggas. You ain't called me in 10 minutes.
yeah, and there's the same niggas fucking other people. Here's the thing I say, like, what we have to understand. At the end of the day, fortunately, because we're flawed creatures, you know, we're full of flesh, we always want to be constantly reminded about things. And you know me, I don't repeat myself. That bothers the shit out of me. I'm with you because I want to, because I care about you. It's where I want to be. No one has to be with someone they don't have to be with. Mm-hmm. Not this day and time. Mm-hmm. Not this day and time, because everybody's standards aren't as high as they used to be. Years ago, motherfuckers had some high-ass standards. Nowadays, that shit was thrown out the window. Nigga, you got more than 2 teeth in your mouth? You can speak a sentence? All right, let's go. That's pretty much what it is now.
Hell no. Yeah, you're a fucking mess. Iris then responded back to you. She said, I don't think it's an overthink. For me, I talked to him about it because he was wondering why the sea was always dry. No lie, a whole year went in. 365, 7 days a week. You don't realize you're not a freak until you're confronted with one. And that is true.
No, I met some...
We all walk around like, oh yeah, I'm a freak. I'll do this.
All the time.
Every day, after a while, you're not going to be turned on anymore because you already know what you're going to be anticipating.
That's not the truth.
You already know what's going to... Okay, he's going to lay down. He's going to pump me for a couple of seconds, you know.
That's not true. That's what I tell people. The moment you stop dating each other and you become complacent, you bring your own issues and problems into your relationship. The things you've done in the beginning, you have to continuously do. And that person will be there. They will rock with you. It'll be a whole lot of, great things. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, I have to continue to pour it on every day. There's no off days in a relationship. And the fact that, and which is the reason why men are so afraid of a marriage, is because women get comfortable. Or you're dating a woman, she's a particular size, she has a baby, and then she, triples her size. And then the child is 12 years old, and they talking about baby fat. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
I don't know anything about that. You see me right after I had Cairo.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying there's these day and age, there's no excuse for not being able to work out. There are 5-minute videos all up and down YouTube. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to pay for shit anymore. You ain't got to pay a gym membership.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So there's no excuses for anyone anymore about not being able to lose weight.
You're right. After Iris came back and said that, you told her, I understand where you're coming from. What I'm saying is the fact that you started to associate yourself as a piece of meat with him being all over you was his way of showing you how much he did appreciate you and was attracted to you. That's bullshit. Because if you're there, you're there.
That's not true.
Yo, guys will fuck anything with a hole in legs, man.
Nah. Yeah, you ain't lying. I can't even...
Thank you.
Somebody posted a picture of a pregnant crackhead. And it was funny because I couldn't remember the caption for word, but it was like, situations like this is why fellas fuck the game up for everybody. Yo, she was not, she wasn't even like one of those functional crackheads. She was like a deep crackhead.
I can't.
And she was pregnant. And it's like, yo, niggas will fuck anything.
Anything. Yo, listen. Shout out to Tony again. He added me to this group on Facebook. He sent me a request, but now I'm starting to see it on my page. Boobs Are Us. Yo,
Tony would do some shit.
Yo, some of these chicks, I'm sitting here like, yo, how are these motherfuckers turned on by half of these women? The
I
reason,
mean, if you're a breast man, you're a breast man.
yo, the bitch had shits all the way down to her knees. And, oh my God, I want to lay on those pillows. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Yo, Tony, I will never post a picture in that group. I will sit there and I will, I will look disgustedly at half of the shit I see, and just keep going. Yo, men are turned on by some of the nastiest things. Fuck the fact that she got a size F titty or whatever it is. Did you see her face?
Well, here's the thing. Look at it. If you're dealing with a person who's attracted to large breasts, he didn't say he's attracted to attractive women. He's attracted to large breasts.
But they was down to her knees. And then she had the nerve to have some fucking red string lingerie.
But it's a guy who's attracted to breasts. He's, you know what I mean? They have some men who like Kurt, our Savage King's guy. He don't give a fuck if you got an A cup. If you got a fat ass, that's good enough for him. So he's attracted to
He's
women.
so cute.
Serious, attracted to women with fat asses. So you know what I mean? Everyone has what they're attracted to.
Man, listen. Back to this comment. Iris went on and said she agreed with what you said, but she said, but the kitty needs to breathe at times. Let it snap back. That was when you hit her with the shit about going on Google to learn how to tighten. I was like, yo, he is a fucking mess, man. Listen, women, if you still do not own the Kegel balls, please invest in them. I don't need them because my muscle is worked on with all the kids that I've had very, very well. But please make sure you invest in them. They'll help tighten that shit right back on, right back on up. And she told you, she said that she didn't need to go on to Google. She's a grown woman. And I told you to shut up. But that was that string. Shout out to Charlie.
I wasn't
Blue.
talking about her individually, so I hope she didn't take it that way.
Nah,
I just was saying
She's
as far
silly.
as
You don't know her?
No, I probably
Okay.
made by face to face.
Okay.
But unfortunately, a lot of people think I'm from Jersey, and it's like I'm not. You should probably just see me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just more lines of like, I was just saying women in general, because you do have a lot of women out there who don't know that there are exercises for you to
Yeah.
tighten your muscles.
Yeah, it sure is. Don't let them put that mesh in there, ladies. I've seen damage done to your clitoris messing with those pelvic meshes. I promise. Don't do it. Charlie Blue, she said, yes, it does ruin a relationship. Plus, he may not even like you and don't know how to tell you.
How? If he's fucking you?
Men will fuck anything with a hole.
Not on a regular basis like that.
Why not? If the vagina is good, what the fuck does it matter how they feel about? Yo, so you're saying that two
I feel like
friends?
it's just like the crackhead I told you. I guarantee you, the nigga who was fucking that asked her to come over after 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's not like, you can't fuck something that you only see after a certain time. So if you're fucking something that you're hanging out with, you're with constantly on a regular basis, you care about that person.
Yo, help this man. So there's a certain time that a guy will call a woman over?
That's unattractive? Yeah, he just wants pussy? Absolutely.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
You know how many times I've gotten the 2 a.m. calls?
Just wanted to fuck.
Yo,
It's the truth. Niggas just wanted to fuck.
I'm so sad. And you know what? I'm thinking now I probably should have hopped on them shits, because if I did, then I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in. I would have been having more fun.
Being selfish with the coochie, see what it got you?
Yeah, I know. I'm a fucking virgin.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steven Outlaw. He told me, he said, put me on your podcast. I got something I need to say. And he's the one who just turned 21, and he's dating my friend who's in her late 50s.
Okay.
And they talk about how they have sex all the time.
Well, like I said, it's the communication. And why a lot of those situations work out where the older, younger works out is because there are people who actually listen. Those are people who understand someone's actually teaching them stuff. It's not
I
just...
think the young boy actually be putting it on her.
No, what I'm saying is the communication. Like, these are people who actually sit down and talk to each other. Mm-hmm. This is a guy who's dating an older woman, so he wants to learn. Mm-hmm. So he's all ears. Every time she speaks, he probably got his book or his pad. He taking notes. Yeah. I mean, those how situations like that, or a younger woman dating an older guy, she's learning. That person is literally teaching her stuff.
Yeah, I tried that out. I said I was gonna date an older guy, see what he can teach me. The only thing he taught me was that you really can make kids in 4 minutes. That's it. That's it. I had a bad week with him. He hit me up with some shit yesterday,
It's your fault. Keep going.
talking
Keep-
crazy.
All right,
Started
next,
to play
next,
this
yeah,
picture
next
up here.
comment. There you go.
Tony is telling me show them titties in the group, Kara. No way. Because if that chick with them big ass melons that went all the way down to her knees got like 800 likes, I can just imagine with me being very well put together and pretty would get. I don't need that attention, Tony. Hell to the no. Them chicks on there is beat. Got niggas going crazy. I just can't believe it. But that was all the comments on this post. For me, like I said, in this instance, I understand where she's coming from, and after a while, it can become like almost like the same thing over and over and over and over again. And you do need things to spicing up a sex life, but having it too often, you know what to expect. You know what it's gonna feel like. Once or twice a week, maybe every 4 days is a decent amount of time, but as I said about homeboy from Inglewood, that I was with the one time and just never hit him back up again. And we were friends. I really wish we didn't have sex. Learning that a guy can jackrabbit you like that and come as fast as he did and then be ready to go like within the next several minutes was a turnoff for me.
Well, it said it was you had two people who were attracted to each other that didn't really talk. And that's pretty much what that is. Because if you had two people that was attracted to each other and they actually had a conversation, this is the type of person I am. All right, so for a guy who likes to jackrabbit like that, okay, you get on top then.
I wasn't getting on top of him.
Hey, I'm just saying, there are ways for you to work out anybody's things that they can't do, deficiencies and all that. But just there's always a position for you to work to where you can get satisfaction.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be every fucking 20 minutes and 17 times a day.
Well, I mean, you could do that if you would prevent him from going also aggressive like that for that like that jackrabbit. You take control, and if he wants to go jackrabbit, you take one leg up and you lean forward, and it's up there. He could pound the shit out, and then you take control again, and you fuck with him.
Yo,
And you thought you was just gonna get this?
Yo, this guy with all of these like imaginative sex.
They don't imaginative. I'm saying this is what I tell people, yo. Don't be ashamed to watch the Kama Sutra. I don't give a fuck if you gotta watch a porno. There are pornos out there where it's like instructional. They go over every single position. So I'm saying I don't care what you packing. There's a position you can put a woman in that you can get satisfaction. So I said for that guy who liked to jackrabbit, she got on top. And when you wanted him to go ahead and pound you out a little more, all right, leave one knee down, take one leg, put that feet flat on that surface, and lean forward. He could pound out, then take it from him. Nigga be like, this bitch, like, yeah, tease that nigga. That nigga would go crazy for you.
I just never hit him back up after that.
I mean, I said the situation was already done. The deed was done. The situation was already taken care of, but it's just more lines of you two didn't have that conversation. Yo, hold on, homie. Like, after you had sex 20 times, somewhere around the third or fourth time, you should have said, hold on. No, but you just kept letting it go. And that's just like a lot of situations. People keep doing stuff because they've done it.
Right.
And they think it works because you continue to allow them to do it. So you can't get mad when they keep doing the same thing you allowed them to get away with.
After the third or fourth time, I did say to him, like, yo, how is it possible? Are you coming all of those times?
Well, you were talking about his fact of him relieving himself. And she should have said is, I understand you're getting yours, but now I have to get mine. In order for me to get mine, I have to do it this way. Like, I met this girl in the club. Beautiful. I mean, to this day, she has the greatest glow skin. Like, shit was radiant. It was so bad that the nigga that at the time that I thought was so cool tried to holler at her when I went in the store. And she told me after, she's like, yo, let's go. Like, she turned the nigga down. And it hurt his character because he's this old pretty boy and all this other shit, whatever. So when we got to my crib, and, I made sure she got hers, and I'm like, all right, could you help me? Like, it's time for me. She was serious. She's like, listen, I don't know how. She said, I don't want you to not like me anymore, or whatever. But I'm just not that skilled. I don't know how to. It's not like something I do on a regular basis. All right, so I worked with her. But like I said, that communication was there.
Okay.
That bitch is bad. Like, I don't give a fuck if you got one leg, nigga. We gonna work this shit out.
Yeah. Get mad.
But no, so I'm saying, like, we're so fucking stupid as individuals. All of us. To where all we have to do is to fucking communicate.
It's true. I agree.
And that person would be like, okay, fine, my bad. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But you know what? After the third or fourth time, after asking him, are you like coming?
Well,
over
you
those
asked
times?
him that, but you didn't express to him, you're getting yours, I'm not. So
Right.
let's try. But like I said, again, we have to stop worrying about offending someone else and worry more about our overall happiness. I'm not telling you the truth to hurt your feelings. I'm telling you the truth because it's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people out here that say, yeah, I want to hear the truth. I want you to tell me the truth. Give it to me. I'm ready for it. And then when you do it, be like, yo, you's a fucking dick. You's a bitch. You ain't shit. No, it's the fucking truth. I didn't lie.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we want to always create these false shits that doesn't exist, that's not real, just to fucking help our psyches out.
Yeah. You're right. He's right. He's right. He's right about that.
All right, what's this question?
All right. So I got a question in my grown talk with goddess at yahoo.com from one of my viewers that wanted to remain anonymous, and I directed it towards the ladies. The way I re-questioned it for her was, would you put the father of your child on child support if he hasn't spent a dime on your child in almost a year, nor spends time with the child? That shit hit home for me.
Okay. Well, I mean, you should answer it first then, because you said you have experience in this.
I have experience with expecting the bare minimum from a guy, and listen, baby daddy number 3, I don't care if you don't give me any money. I never needed your money. The only thing I needed you to do was to give the baby time. I want him to know who you are. If you ever want to be nice enough to come out your pockets, I'm not ever going to turn it away. But you're his father. Give him your time. Don't have him out here calling any other man daddy. That didn't work. It didn't pan out the way I expected it to. But my baby father is not on child support. From the jump, I told him I never wanted his money. So therefore, I'm not going to go after his money. I know he don't got it. He straight up and down told me the other day the reason why he's been working under the books is because he's running from child support from his other baby mothers. Very honest, and that was the first time since I've known him that he was that honest with me. I'm scared now. We're about to have another kid together, and this is what I know for a fact he's doing. At the end of the day, why am I going to waste my time and put him on child support when he deliberately works under the table? The only thing that is going to stop him from ever being able to do is get a license or renew his license and get a passport or file any type of taxes. He's not filing taxes if he's not working on the books. He doesn't have, he lives in New York, so what does he need a license for? After a while, if he has an active warrant, because I live in Jersey and he's in New York, he'll have the active warrant out of Jersey, not in New York. As long as he keeps his black ass in New York, he'll never get picked up on that warrant. So what am I wasting my time for? So in my case, with this situation, as I told the young lady who reached out to me, at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for your child. Had a baby with this man. If you've been taking care of the baby all this time, and I think she said in almost a year, and have not ever gotten anything, then you shouldn't expect much of anything. You shouldn't expect it. Now, as a man, he should step up and want to do what he's supposed to do for the child, but you can't make anybody do nothing. So even by putting him on child support, you could be still wasting your time. So in my opinion, no. I got a lot of yeses. I got yeses from men. Tracy Day Michelle, she said, yep, yeah, Yes, C sure would. Erin Kubat, shout out to her. She said absolutely. I asked the question, but what if he only works under the table? How will he get support? I don't know how that works. I don't think you get anything if he's working under the table. One thing I'd say to my baby's father all the time is that I can't wait for him to die because then when he does, we'll be able to get death benefits. Or there was that one guy in Passaic, New Jersey, who won the lottery one time for like 6.5 million. They held his money up because he owed a few of his baby mother's child support. That was good. If you happen to know your baby father spends a lot of money on or plays the lottery, then you might want to consider it because if he's got a child support obligation for thousands and thousands, if he ever does win the lottery one day, that shit is going straight to child support. That would be a good instance to do so. I shout out to Prodigy. She said, "Hell yeah, time to pay the piper fool. Make that jackass pay hard." Okay, again, you'll put a man on child support. If he's working under the table, you're getting nothing. There's no benefit from that. It's sad. And as my kid's father the other day explained to me during a regular basic conversation, I only work under the table because my 10-year-old, his mother put me on child support and I don't want to pay it. You don't want to be responsible for your 10-year-old child. Okay. So he blatantly said, because of this shit with his bitch ass mother, I don't really have much to do with my son. And now you're reneging on the son because the mother is looking for help. Okay. There are some men out there. Ladies, all I can say is beware with who you have kids with. This is the motherfucker I got to deal with for the next 18 years with that mentality. My friend who messaged me, she didn't get into the type of guy her baby father was, but she did say that she knew he was unemployed. He hustles. So therefore, you ain't selling no drugs and claiming nothing in no tax return. You put that man on child support, even if he does show up to court, and 9 out of 10 times when they show up, that's when they want to throw the question of paternity out there on you, just to be able to prolong the case a little bit longer. We're going to prolong it and then never give the baby mother any money anyway. That's what men do. Lauren, she said, "I will do everything in my power not to, but if he's made no effort in a year, yep, child support it is." And that's what seems to be the case with them. Melissa Stewart, shout out to her. She said, "Nope, mine doesn't and hasn't. At the end of the day, I got to do what I got to do for mine, and that's just what it is." Which is true. Regardless, if you're getting them little coins from your unemployed baby father, you still need to take care of the child. Sitting around waiting on a check to come in that may never come in, because you got a baby father similar to mine, it's a waste of time. So, I wouldn't do it. Shout out to Anna Evans. She said, "Hell yes." I guess, to me, a lot of people don't understand how the whole child support shit works. There's got to be some type of formal job on record. They go into the system. There can't be no nickname. You got to know your baby father's real name. They're going to look and check records. What was that face for? You ain't got to know his real name?
Unfortunately, I forgot the state.
Oh, my God.
In that state, if a woman puts your name on that on that birth certificate, as the father, you're obligated to pay child support whether it's your child or not.
I need to move to that state. Are you serious?
Yes. That should bug me the fuck out.
So a woman could just put anybody's random name on the...
Yeah. And the guys had paternity tests done, proved they're not the father. They still forced to pay child support.
I know what I found out just recently was if you petition a guy to go to court for child support and he doesn't show up, they'll then look to the mother and say, "Do you have any proof that this man has ever acknowledged this child as being his?" And if you can prove that in a text message or in a card To my son, I love you. Where is my son? How is my son? If you don't show up, the mother automatically wins by default.
Eh, yes, it is.
But if you do have to go that route, and that is what you're going to do, again, at the end of the day, if the man is not working or working under the table or not making any income that's going through a W 2 system someplace, you're wasting your time. Yeah, you'll get a paternity, I'm sorry, a child support case open, but it's going to rack up. My sister's baby father owe her $46,000.
Well, with a lot of states, stop doing. It's because when you owe child support, they start locking motherfuckers up. And the only way you could get out is make a large payment. That was the only way a lot of these women was actually getting. But nowadays, they don't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They have filling up, spots for niggas who commit real crimes.
Yeah.
So what they do is they'll lock you up and see the judge. If they lock you up for one day, you'll see the judge. Oh, I promise to pay this. All right.
Yeah.
And niggas don't pay it, and then they just sit there out there. When they get caught again, they gotta come back in. I promise to pay it. Then they get out, and this is how the situation roll. I will say this to this young lady. Yes, open the child support.
Really?
You never know what the situation is going to happen or what's going to happen in anyone's life, just like that gentleman who did win the lotto, and those women got rewarded. What if he wants to get a job or he has a driving job? They will take his license. And on jobs like that, they run your license on a monthly basis.
Wow.
And if you don't have a valid driver's license, because there was one guy there who owed, one time I had to go. This guy owed like about 30 grand, showed up to the court with 10 grand cash. Because in order to be at his job, he needed a valid driver's license. And that would be the only way they would release his driver's license. So he had to give them the money, then go to the DMV and pay them $200 on top of what he already paid to get his license back on. But unfortunately, this is what a lot of men have to go through because these are gentlemen who, at the end of the day, broke their promise. When you have a sex with a young lady, you come in her, and if anything happens, you're pretty much on the hook for whatever happens after that. And I think that's agreement. I will say this about the young lady: you can't force a person to do something they don't want to do.
Nope.
And unfortunately, a lot of times we rush in relationships, and we get hit with that representative. I always like to say, this is the person that they want you to see, and that slowly goes away over a course of time because they can only keep up the lie but so long because it's not who they truly are. It's not their nature. So I would hope that you would, at the time, if next time, take the time to really get to know someone a little better. But yes, open the child support case up, let it accumulate, let it pile up because a lot of times you'll hear, all you gotta do is go down to a lot of these probation officers, and a lot of motherfuckers will tell you, man, I wish I'd have did things differently.
Wow. So you're actually for the child support?
I love child support. I told niggas that from day one. Child support is the greatest thing in the world. Because when that baby mother called you and said, well, the baby need this, you send her a copy of your receipt.
You know what?
It's the truth.
I can't.
What up, Ja? He says most people have publicists. Yeah, you ain't lying, huh? You ain't lying, homie. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I tell people, like, you can only keep that up but so long. And this is why I say we need to take our time. At the end of the day, that's why I tell men all the time, stop masturbating. Don't masturbate. It is so much more fulfilling to get that backed up nut out of your system with someone you actually give a fuck about, or some real good ass random pussy, or whatever the fuck it is. We're so afraid to have that, like, okay, it was supposed to be released. We take so much pleasure out of sex by masturbating.
Yeah, that's true.
You were supposed to be backed up. So when you finally get at it, you like, Lord have mercy, nigga. High five. I needed that shit. Woo! My goodness.
I can't.
It's not happening anymore. It's just pretty much, we're so in, we cheat ourselves.
Yeah.
Spite your face to bite your nose, the whole type of situations, whatever.
Yeah.
But young lady, put that man on there, and you never know, man might get a settlement or win a lotto and whatever situation may be. Because people wonder, if I win a lotto, why does it take me so long to get my money? Because they take 6 weeks to run your fucking credit.
Hell
homie.
yeah, they gonna pay.
And they gonna pay every fucking
you
creditor
got any type of lien
that you
of...
owe them niggas is getting paid, nigga.
It's true.
They get paid.
It's true. All right. So you're saying to do it?
What's I tell fellas all the time? A lot of like my son's mother. My son, sorry, not her. My daughter's mother. I was giving her more money without child support than she was getting when I wasn't on child support.
Yeah.
It backfired on her.
Uh-huh.
And at the end of the day, I still get the opportunity to see my child. And it was a case before where, like I said, person keeps the child from you. Just note it. File that case court, because people are so quick to run through shit when it's their own child.
Mm-hmm.
File that. Hey, go to the courts. Hey, listen, I haven't sent my child. Judge will say, listen, you need to let. She'll say, okay. She do it again. Go back to court. You might go back to court 10 times. But remember, this is your fucking child.
Right.
You don't want your child growing up with the wrong fucking values.
Right.
With the wrong things. You want your child to grow up with the right state of mind.
I agree.
And if you do that, I guarantee you, that judge is going to say, you know what, I had enough. And it happens, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
I have custody of my son right now. It happens. That judge will say enough is enough.
Yeah.
He's going to award you full custody. He's going to put her ass on child support.
Yeah.
It happens. But put the time and the effort in. She don't, mark it. Call the police.
Yo.
Call them. Hey, listen, she won't let me see. You don't have a court order. They're going to make her. Or, listen, I just need you to file on your report. And he file a report. You go down and you get that report. You bring that to the judge. Hey, listen, I traveled 2 hours. I traveled 3 hours to see my child. She didn't let me. And sooner or later, that judge going to say, you know what? Bitch, you done got on my motherfucking nerves. Enough's enough. It might happen the 10th time, 11th, 12th, but it's going to happen, fellas.
I don't have that problem. And my baby fathers will tell you, I'm the one who's forcing them. Like, please come see your kids. Like, they home. You don't miss them?
No. Most motherfuckers love being weekend dads.
Weekend? I'd be happy if he was at least a quarterly father. Shit.
Most men love that shit.
That shit to me is crazy. But at the end of the day, mama, do what you got to do. Truth says the yes to the child support.
Yeah, you do it because, again, you never know what situation you get. He might want a government job because a lot of jobs now are really putting themselves in a situation to where they have to do specific background checks and you have to have this and that. Like, current company I'm working for now, like, we have a contract with the airport. I'm trying to get in there, which means I already get paid out the ass, but it's even more money for me.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, so what if I can't pass a full background check like that because I owe money? And just, here's what people understand. Banks pay about $25 to about $35 an hour to be a teller.
Yeah.
Just to be a fucking teller.
Yeah.
But guess what? You can't work in a bank if you ain't got good credit.
Right. That's true.
Look at that. Really think about that whole situation. They want you to have, because they feel if you have good credit, that's the first step of them having to trust you around hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yep.
You already have good credit. You know how to balance. You know how to save. So we ain't got to worry about you stealing. And them the most motherfuckers that be stealing. But that's just the thought process of these businesses, how they think.
It's true. It's true. But that was it with the, just real quick, Danielle Charisse.
Yes.
She had the best comment on this post
All
about
right,
the child support.
let's get Danielle.
She says, yes. She's put him on because I'd rather have the time he spends than money. So if he can't give me the time, then I'll get the money. And that's exactly how I feel, or did feel.
Right.
There are some women out here that have to beg their baby fathers to at least, spend time with the kid. You're one of those guys that I guess have been on the other end of the spectrum where the child was being kept.
My man said that's more lines of like my situation with not having a great bond with my mother and meeting my father at the age of 13 And the fact that even though I met him so late in my life, me and him wound up having a phenomenal bond. I didn't hold that against him because I knew what type of person my mother was.
Okay.
And I didn't want to be around her fucking ass. Why would he want to?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the fucking truth. All right, child goes to say he couldn't bear living knowing the fact that he didn't know he didn't have that kind of bond with his daughter.
That's
Here's the
how it
thing.
should be.
Here's the thing, homie. You're a grown ass fucking man,
Yeah.
and I applaud you. And what I want other people to understand, not everybody's a true. All right, men and women. If you are dating a selfish person, that's someone you do not want to have a chat with.
Mhm.
There are people out here do not want to share the spotlight. They do not want to share the money.
Yeah.
And if you're cool with that, fine. But if you not, I don't give a fuck how good it is. Walk away.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Please.
It ain't
Please.
worth your sanity because what people understand, eventually you get older. And all that good dick, you ain't gonna find a grown ass motherfucker who want that shit.
Right.
You gonna have to start paying people to come get that good dick.
It's true.
And all these chicks out here, first thing you go on their page, you got ass out.
Yeah.
I was on Facebook the other day, and I said I'm just gonna scroll and see how every ass out, titties out. I said, shit, you know what? I'm gonna start doing push-ups for every ass I see. I'm gonna be fucking jacked nigga, the most jacked motherfucker in the fucking world. But
Yeah,
if
you
you
the best.
lead with ass and titties, that's all I'm gonna respect.
Yes.
It's your
true.
ass and titties.
It's true.
Take a photo reading a fucking book,
I just had this
cooking in the kitchen.
I just had this conversation with my 21-year-old the other day. He's been seeing this girl, and every picture he throws up of her on Instagram, she got her ass out, sucking on her fingers. And I'm like, Anthony, this is the representation
Please
that
stop.
you want.
Please stop. Because that just hurt my soul.
See?
Because you said he posted it.
He's posting it, yes.
That hurt my soul.
Like, this is my girl.
I
I'd much rather go on his Instagram page and see his girlfriend studying for tomorrow's assignment or reading
Well,
the
listen,
newspaper.
here's the thing, homie. Because I spoke to you day before yesterday. You know why I spoke to you. I understand you proud that you have a woman that you're very attracted to and you think is sexy as hell. But every time you post that picture, every other dude is thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
And there are dudes out there with a bigger dick than yours. And there are dudes out there with more money than yours and a better car than yours.
Yeah.
And you need to understand when you put someone up on a pedestal like that, you're creating a false image in that person's head.
Yep.
And the moment you are unable to do what she wants, she's gonna run to one of those random ass niggas who DM'd her.
Yeah.
Because the moment you post that, they saw her name. The first thing they did was jump to her DMs. Now she may ignore it, she may not be ignoring it, but don't help her put your heart in the bad spot, homie.
Exactly.
Grow up, homie.
I'll be telling him.
Because I tell you right now, I don't give a fuck what your girl look like or what kind of ass she got. There's another one out there just with it.
Basically. Basically. All right, y'all. So that was my my question on the child support, and good conversation. And thank you to everybody who reached out to talk with me about that, as well as the first one about the nymphomaniac crazy.
Yeah, you miss any part again, another announcement towards the end. We are now going forward with a lot of the things we had in place. So go through the website for everything now. That's www.truevibetv.com. If you are watching us from a desktop or a laptop, your screen will be different. You'll see the chat on your bottom right-hand side. I still have access to that chat. If you are going on from a cell phone, you log on, you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see the little play box. So the same website, but for those who are watching from a desktop, laptop, and those who are watching from cell phones, you still have the great opportunity. And also, when you go to the website, there's a great opportunity for you to pick whatever show you're watching, and you want to put some ideas, you want to make a comment, or there's a topic you would like to have discussed that you just may not want your name mentioned. Again, no one else has access to that but me and Goddess. And she'll get the alert. It'll go through, and they'll let her know that someone would have a specific topic. And you let them know, hey, this is my name, but I don't want my name mentioned, or you may want your name mentioned. You could pick the topic, the show you want, and the topic you want to put out there.
That's so dope. I'm going home to play with it when I
That ain't sound right, but go ahead.
well, I'm going home to do that too, but I'm going home to play with the website and see all the cool new things that we can do. I'm excited for you, and that's a good look, definitely 100%. All right, guys, so I'll be back Saturday. What's today? Wednesday? In 3 days to do it all over again. I need a topic. You know what? I wanted to throw the question up about the myths, different myths about men.
You do men and women. Let's throw it out. Let's do that Sunday with your new banner.
Shut up. Yes, it's so dope. I can't wait for everybody to see it. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page for everybody to see, and my Instagram page. And don't believe the hype where they say the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That's a myth. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. I feel like shit. I'm going home to get some rest and to eat my New York strips with shrimp. Everybody have a good night. See you Saturday.